What's up, you guys, and welcome to the first episode of Sport Champs. We are here on the Street Champs set. I got my man Dave right next to me. I got Winston behind the cam, and we got the one and only Deryk, the designer, in the building. What's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Baby?
What up?
Man, doing good. I'm honestly so excited to get this goddamn sports podcast started, man. Like,
Hell yeah.
We've been kind of talking about it forever, and we're finally here.
Hell yeah.
We're seriously finally here, and it makes me feel so good, bro, because I got a lot of aspirations and visions for this thing. I know you do too.
Oh, yeah.
We were kind of talking about it a while ago, and I'm glad to get my man Dave on,
Yeah.
dude. So, yeah, introduce yourself, dude. Introduce yourself. They know who I am. You guys know. Rick G. What's up?
All right, what up, everybody? My name's Dave. Just good friends with everybody here. I went to college with Rick G and the homie Winston over here. We just have like a lot of mutual classes. Became good friends. We bonded a lot. Just kind of became a local. Been in Pueblo, Colorado for about like 10 years. You know.
Nice. And you came from Missouri, huh?
Yeah. Shout out Columbia, Missouri. What's
So
up?
you guys already know this dude is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, all right?
Oh yeah.
Lay it out.
Don't
Lay
get
it
me
out.
started.
Boo.
Woo! We got, you know what I mean? We got the division rival.
I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, it's all love,
all
though.
love, yeah.
Yeah, it's seriously all love. That's one thing about this podcast you guys will notice. I really wanted to get Dave on this because me and him can have differing views when it comes to sports, teams, what have you, fighting, and that makes for really good content on camera. So you'll see me and him probably arguing here once in a while over some fucking shit, you know what I mean? Even Winston, me and him have good sports opinion. I mean, everybody just has good sports opinions.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think us three, you know, Rick G, Dave, and Winston, with Deryk, the designer, working in the back, I think it's gonna be really great, man. So how was your week, dude? You had a big week.
It was good. I got back from Turkey. Fucking
Shit,
crazy.
flexing on us.
I was out there for like 10 days, bro.
Winston in Turkey doing
Yeah.
what, bro? Why Turkey? You're just fucking out in
You know.
out in Benjamin Franklin's favorite bird, dude.
Experiencing Europe/Asia, bro. Fucking.
That's fire,
Yeah.
dude. I
lit.
dig it.
Dude, I'm
I kind of
jealous.
wish, yeah, right.
I've never left the country.
What
bro.
city did you go to?
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
So it's where Europe turns
Or it-
into Asia. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So you cross.
That's okay.
You cross a canal, and that's where it goes from Europe to Asia.
That's crazy. And you were telling me they were even bringing up UFC over there too, right?
They were.
That's
They
crazy.
And
Like,
they were
just
playing
randomly?
basketball there too.
I mean, yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I don't know why I'm so surprised about that. I mean, they're just another part of the world, but
Yeah.
it's fucking cool, man. They're all
Really
bringing
cool.
up Jorge Masvidal to you,
yeah, that was
Street
really
Jesus.
right? Ah, that's so cool, man. Fuck yeah. So, yep. If you guys haven't noticed, this podcast is going to be a sports podcast with me, Dave, and Winston. We're going to be talking about our favorite sports. Those sports consist of basketball, freaking MMA, football, American football in particular.
Absolutely.
Extreme sports. I like a lot of extreme sports.
Any
Other than
combat.
that, I mean, I think that's all of the boxing. Boom, that was the other one. So right now I have written down, I have MMA, basketball, American football, boxing, extreme sports, and championships. I want to really, since we're sport champs,
Yep.
I want to bring up some champions, you know what I mean? So we'll probably talk about that, whether you're a strongman champion or whether you're a cricket champ, which
Facts.
might not talk about that, but we'll see what's up, man. But kind of for what I wrote down, man, we're basically just a casual sports news and favorite sports podcast that will sometimes include athlete interviews, betting segments, sports opinions, and news. I mean, even though I already wrote news, kind of redundant. But when we get the tech, we're also going to be going over sports clip and reacting to that. So if you guys see some sports clips, feel free to tag us in that. Right now, we're just going to be operating under our normal Instagrams. So Rick G to Profit, links below. We got Winston doing his own thing. And then do you want to drop your Instagram too? I don't know if you wanted to do
Sure.
that yet.
I'm kind of a ghost on mine. I mean,
Drop
I haven't
it.
posted on it in a hot minute, but it's at DavidMeetsWorld_. That's pretty much all my socials, but may or may not have the underscore. You know what I'm saying?
Fire. So follow us on all of these social medias like Twitter, all of that. I haven't really been posting my bets. While we get this show going, I'm going to start posting my bets and talking about that stuff a lot more. I'm very vocal on Twitter when talking about sports and especially fights. So you guys just hit me up on there, follow us on that, and, you know, eventually we're going to get a Sport Champs social media up and going. Because right now we actually have Deryk working on the logo right now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Working on the logo right now.
Do you want to get into like what we're gonna kind of focus on?
Yeah, let's get into that. So right now for the layout, first thing out, I wanted to get the intros out. After that, we're going to be getting into sports news. So I have some current events for sports. I always kind of wanted to start the episode with that, get the sports news out of the way, and then get into our opinions about sports. After the sports news, after we talk about that for a while, we're just going to let people know what the next fights are coming up, what our picks are for that, what we think about that. Because as you guys know, football not in season right now. NBA draft just happened. Shout out to everybody that got drafted. That's cool. But like, what are we really going to talk about? That basketball's ended. There, like a lot of the sports we're really going to talk about aren't there. So, wanted to lay it out for you guys right now. We're going to be talking about MMA a lot right now. We're going to be a dominant a dominant MMA podcast right now. But we're also going to be having some athlete interviews too. I wanted to touch on that too. We know a lot of cool people within the sports realm that we're going to be interviewing, one of them being Jacoby Jones in LFA, another one being Jake Roscoe, a coach out here within the fighting world. So we're going to be doing that, and once we have those sports clips, we're going to be watching those and reacting to those. So, what's your favorite sport, Dave? Lay it out for them. We're going to be going over our favorite sports just so people know. I think you guys already know what mine is, MMA, big fight junkie, whether it's fighting, MMA, all that. We got a little movement going on. So yeah, bro. Let's get into our favorite sports. What's your favorite sport?
If I'm being completely honest, it's like MMA because I like combat sports. It's kind of like there's not really a much more honest winner in a competition than when like someone like puts someone unconscious. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like team sports, I'd have to say football for me because it's just so exciting. But like, I love basketball too. I'm like a big like Players fan.
All right, man. Gave me 3 sports. Sweet. That's what's up, man. I mean, we're gonna be getting into a lot of them. It's hard to pick a favorite sport. I guess it's easier for me because I'm like so in it. You know what I mean? Like I'm such a big fan of MMA, so it's easy for me to pick. But you even got the Golden State Warriors jersey on, man, representing.
Yeah, shout out Steph.
You've been a Golden State Warriors fan since I met you too, pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn near, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people try to say they're like, "Oh, you're a bandwagon fan." Like, that's fair. They
That's fair.
They got good real fast.
So you are a bandwagon fan.
I mean, I've been rooting for them.
I mean, I was gonna say
For
this
a hot
bandwagon
minute.
has been rolling for
like 8 years.
yeah. I don't think
I
you
ain't
can call
falling
them
off yet. So.
Yeah, you can't call them bandwagon no more,
I
man.
mean, to be fair, I'm like a fair weather team fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the Warriors didn't have Steph and Clay playing, I was
a
not
fair weather
watching.
team fan.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't watching. And coming from Missouri, they don't have like a home team, so it's hard to like have someone to root for. So that's why I just root for players.
Hey, man, that's what's up. That's that's huge. That's big for me. I'm more of a player fan than a team fan when it comes to basketball.
Yeah.
Football, I mean, you can obviously see Broncos. Like that shit has been beaten into me since I was young.
Yeah.
I gotta be a Broncos fan. My mom would be so pissed if I had a sports podcast and I wasn't a fucking Bronco fan on it. You know how fucking embarrassed she would be?
How does she feel about having me being on the podcast?
She loves you, dude.
But
me and you were watching fucking fights with my mom. Goddamn,
True.
8
She never
years
see
ago.
me on Sundays though.
Yeah, she didn't see you on Sundays. You were in your Arrowhead get up.
Shout out to your mom because she was almost in our fantasy league.
She's going to be this year too. She's going to be. I want to do a fantasy league. Like I'm going to be in a lot of fantasy leagues this year. But
Hey,
I
shout
want
out.
to do
We
one
both
for
won
us.
ours last year.
We did both win our fantasy league.
Yeah, Winston
Well,
was in that.
Yep. Oh, he
What's
just
up?
shakes his head.
What's
Big
up?
head shake. What? Do you have a little something to say about him winning the league last year?
I don't remember how it happened, but he won it. So good for Dave.
I went 10-4 and then won the championship. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, he's flexing.
I had Deryk Henry. He got hurt, so I got.
Oh, you had Henry,
I passed
bro.
on Derrick Henry just for that reason. I'm like 2,000-yard season. It ain't happening again. But he is a beast.
Yeah.
Like that's an all-time season right there.
He would get hurt. He just works so hard, man. He's one of those players that ZZ needs to chill. ZZ loves sports, if you guys haven't noticed. Yeah, definitely. So, like, she needs to chill. But, yeah, so what's your favorite sport, man? Like, what would you say your favorite sport is, Winston?
I'd probably have to go with basketball, just because it's such a team game and like passing the ball. There's so many ways you can win. You can pass it, you can shoot it, you can drive to the basket. Like a great defense. Like I don't know.
You're
It's
definitely
just-
more in it than us too. Like you're in that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I'm more of a team sport watcher. Like I like football
Yeah.
too. So I just like the camaraderie of sports and helping your team, because if you have a bad day, your team can help you up, like street champs and shit. Like, you know, one of us may not be on our game, but another person's on their game and kind of help us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I fuck with the team shit, and I like individual shit too. Like MMA is cool. Like I fuck with MMA. Like there's
I know you've been watching with us for a while.
oh yeah yeah.
wow.
Ever since you've been watching, I've been watching too.
Right,
So,
fire, man. It's been God. I think I've been watching fights for like 12 years now at least.
Dude, how many?
Fuck.
Excuse me.
It's
How
a
many
long
fight nights
time.
do we have in college? Where
We had
hosted
so
at the
many.
crib?
We had a lot, man. Like that, and that's some of the best times. Like especially back in the day, because back in the day it was so niche.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like it was
Yup.
so like I don't even like no one really knew about it.
had a
Now
stigma.
no one even really knows about it still. Like on a level of football and a basketball, no one really knows about it still. But the world's starting to change, man. Like we're really starting to see. I mean, look at us now. We're talking about it on our sports podcast. Like it's pretty cool, man. It's awesome to see. So cool, man. But all right, so yeah, obviously, guys, if you guys haven't noticed, we got basketball. You said football. You said three sports,
I
bro.
said MMA is my favorite, but my favorite team sport is football.
Football.
And then I
Okay.
just like basketball.
So you guys got two MMA experts, not really experts, but we like that shit. And we got our man Winston in the back with the basketball knowledge.
Yep.
Speaking of basketball, how about them Golden State Warriors winning the finals, huh? Let's get
mean-
into the sports news.
I mean, okay, so I didn't call that happening
I
from the
expected
jump.
it.
I called us beating the Nuggets because of like the injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. Like if those guys would have been healthy, even though we just won that, like they would have gave us like a 7-game series, like no matter what. So that being said, like it's hard to predict after 2 years removed from the playoffs that you're back to championship form. But I mean, it was kind of a perfect storm. Curry got hurt, got to sit out like the last little bit of the season, and then you know they just kind of went in strong. Jordan Poole got to start, had like those first 3
Wiggins
games where it
went
was like
off.
30 points. Yeah,
Wiggins was-
Wiggins, he's good.
He made
Like,
me money. He made me a lot of money, Wiggins.
It was like a walking double-double in the
He helped me with
playoffs.
a lot of parlays.
Dude. And then all those yams that he fed everybody, like he posterized Luka. That was,
That was wild.
I mean,
Chase gonna be
Winston got to
pissed
hear my
about that
live
one.
reaction to that. I was all screaming in his ear.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God.
Were you guys like kind of watching it together or what?
Yeah, we typically watch the basketball games together.
That's
yeah,
tight.
even if we're not in the same place, we'll just get in like Discord or
Discord,
something.
yeah.
Just kind of
Watch
like
it.
live react to it.
I mean, that's still watching together at the end
Oh,
of the day.
yeah,
You know, with
exactly.
technology, you can watch shit with each other not being in the same room. So
yeah.
that's what's up.
Just throw in your AirPod. Anyone can watch anything together.
Damn, when I seen it was final Celtics. I was like, or final Celtics, Warriors Celtics. I was like, Warriors got
The
this
Celtics
bag.
should have won.
They-
You think
Yes.
so?
Yeah, for
They have the
sure.
better
Hate
team.
'em.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
They're just a better all-around team. I mean, the Warriors have Steph.
But it's an all-star team. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, the Celtics they're just a better overall team, top to bottom.
just
Yes.
But-
players wise.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the Warriors have Steph and Clay and Draymond. And like Draymond was getting away with murder, in my opinion. He was
Yeah.
doing a bunch of bully bullshit.
He kind of was.
Yeah.
I mean,
but-
modern day Dennis Rodman, but
Yeah.
he gets away with that.
Exactly.
Like what though? Explain to them like what? Like what kind of
There's
modern-day
multiple
bullshit?
videos of him literally just pushing 3 people out of the way, like
Yeah. And
then
literally
nothing?
moving screen, 3 people, no one calls it.
What the fuck?
But you know, you get away with what you get away with. I don't blame him. I respect him. You
Yeah.
know, I don't like Draymond personally, but
Really?
Yeah.
Air it
Draymond.
out. Why don't you like Draymond?
he's just a douchebag.
Nah, I
but
can
I
see
respect him. Like he's a Hall of Famer and he's a great basketball player. So I respect the fuck out
One
of
of
him.
the defensive best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Mount
don't like
Rushmore.
him. Yeah.
I mean, he's a love-hate. If he's not on your team, you don't like him.
Exactly.
Like, who liked Dennis Rodman other than Chicago fans?
I mean, I think he's cool. Fucking
Winston's a fan.
You just want to go to North Korea, be honest.
Nah, who was he hooking up with? He was hooking up
Carmen
with
Electra.
Carmen Electra, bro. Fucking-
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
He was hooking up
Married
with all the bad
himself.
bitches.
And he was the bride?
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, who can do that? Dennis
Just
Rodman.
him.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Damn.
So, yeah.
It all comes down to the players, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think basketball is a very player-heavy, loving sport. You
Yeah.
know, like very player-heavy fan sport. I guess I could say. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. But
I think a lot of the charisma that you see in the modern day basketball, like the players kind of marketing themselves with being flashy and whatnot, a lot of that I think can be pointed to like early like Dr. J. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's one of the most influential basketball players of all time. Like if you look up a list of top 10. This was kind of a hot topic I was talking about recently. I was debating whether Curry was a top 10 influential player or not because of his influence on the three. And then they tried
top 10 in what context?
And like the way the game of basketball has been played has changed since their emergence in the league. Like what they've done is
How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that?
He's one of the most influential for sure as far as the 3-point.
Yes,
because
that being it.
so many kids
changed that,
just
for
fucking want to. Kids have always wanted to just chuck up threes. They've always wanted to do that, but they weren't good enough to do it. Steph has shown that if you practice enough, you can do that.
Yep.
And so a lot of old heads, which are like people that are like want old school basketball, are like against that. They're like, no, you need to get into the paint and then work from the inside and then go outside. Versus Steph's is outside, opens up the inside. But
Okay.
people aren't skilled enough to do that. Steph makes it look so fucking easy.
He does, dude.
Like but you can't.
Effortless.
That last game for the finals.
I didn't get to watch it. I was in Turkey.
Flexer. You
Wow.
didn't have to flex like that.
I love basketball, so
You were kind of sad about it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
It was a
There was
great
no
game.
place to watch it in Turkey?
no. I tried to watch it.
Really?
And no.
Were there like channels weird or something or what? Like just
barriers.
I mean, when you're in Turkey, you're not going to fucking
I wasn't-
actively.
Yeah, I was
Keep trying.
It was on at like 2 a.m.
Oh fuck! Oh
Yeah,
duh.
I tried to watch
I'm
it
not
on my
even
phone
I'm
and-
not even thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. My man's was sleeping.
Dude, my sleep schedule was fucked. It's still
Was it?
fucked. Yeah, bro. I'll fucking wake up at like 1 o'clock in the morning because that's like
Damn.
that's like 12 o'clock in
I didn't
Istanbul.
even think about that.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
And think about having to play any type of sport doing that shit.
Oh yeah,
Going, you know what I mean? Like imagine if you had to go play basketball in Turkey.
yeah.
I
Overseas.
wonder how they do that shit. How do you prepare for that type of shit? Like especially like playing all the time.
Yeah,
Like fuck.
it's
I don't
typically
even know.
not that drastic of time change.
True,
but
like-
it's still in Europe. I'm sure there's lots of time changes, and it's crazy how small these countries are in Europe compared to America. Like 3 hours gets you from South Colorado to North Colorado. That gets you to a completely different country in Europe.
Yeah.
It's
That's so
fucking
tight.
wild, bro.
You would fill your passport so fast.
like 500
Right? Oh,
yeah,
500
you're good.
miles from up north of Turkey is Ukraine.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Yeah. So on the other side of the, I forgot what sea it was, but is Ukraine, and that's where Russia was like invading and
Oh
shit.
shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Was there any talk about that while you were out there?
No.
No.
But it's crazy over there, bro. They can't even talk shit about their own government.
Yep.
If you talk shit about your own government, you get sent to jail.
Fuck yeah.
It's wild.
Imagine starting a sports podcast over there, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like even the government, they like that player, bro. You're fucking
Right.
They're gonna be like, yo, keep some tabs on this motherfucker.
Oh, that's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, so Golden State Warriors won the finals again. How many times is that, dude?
That's four
Four?
in 8 years.
Jesus. You're hype.
Yeah. You know, I'm honestly
He's like,
most
yeah.
like the most fulfilling part about the finals. Like Steph's legacy didn't need it to be like fulfilled, but he
What
got
about
that.
the Golden
he got
State
that
Warriors?
Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying?
What about the GSW legacy?
I mean,
That kind of seals her.
they're
right
like
there.
one of the in modern history. It's like the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan era. And then as far as teams that compare to any success like that, you would say the Golden State is like a step behind that, but still in the ballpark. You know, like 6 rings is 6 rings.
Now the 4 out of the 8, is that the same coach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's that again?
Steve Kerr.
I knew it was
He's
Kerr.
got
I didn't.
9.
I was gonna say Steve Kerr. I did not want to be wrong.
So he
I
got rings playing with Jordan. He's got 9 total rings now. Yeah, 4 coaching, 5
Holy
playing.
shit.
So he's got
Talk about the MVP, the
Bro.
real MVP.
He was
He's
a part
really
of
good.
one of the 3-peats with Jordan, and then he got 2 rings with San Antonio, and then his first year coaching, he got a ring. So
Damn.
Yeah, he's
This
a great
guy's
coach.
Good.
yep.
Definitely going into the Hall of Fame easily.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, just as a
without
player
doubt.
alone, he would have gone to the Hall of
The
Fame.
the basketball Hall of Fame is pretty easy to get into.
Absolutely.
I mean, we know Clay, Draymond, Steph, easy made
Yeah.
it. Like, yeah. So you
All
okay?
of
So
the-
wait, you're saying like most of the basketball Hall of Fame is easy to get in? Like,
The
is there
NBA
people in there that you're like,
Yeah, there's a lot
Really?
of people that get in basketball Hall of Fame. The NFL is pretty hard to get into for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
But
so is the UFC.
Yearly.
Super hard to get into.
Yeah.
Or they're just releasing it very slowly.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed that too?
Yeah, I swear. Like, if your fight makes the Hall of Fame, that's pretty much like a badge that says you had a badass fight and you may or may not have CTE. Like,
Yeah, serious. That is
Like-
what it means. Speaking of fighting, though, Donald Cerrone stepping in for our good boy Bobby Green. Now he's
Shout
gonna
out
be fighting
Bobby
Jim
Green.
Miller. They're running that back. Jim Miller versus Donald Cerrone.
so, first of all, those are 2
I don't even know
legends.
who won that last one.
I'm pretty sure Jim Miller has the most fights in the octagon on his
He
career.
does, yep.
And then Cerrone's tied, if I'm not mistaken, for the most finishes in the UFC. I don't know who else tied that. It could be Charles Oliveira that tied him for that because he's got all those submission wins.
So Cerrone KO'd Jim Miller last time in the second round.
Was that like a head kick combination?
It was in 2014. I don't remember. It doesn't say, just one knockdown for him. So I think he just beat his ass.
Yeah.
It was Fight Night 45, and they were the main card.
Was it back on
same
Fox?
card as Evan Dunham, Edson Barbosa, Rick Story, and Leonardo Mafra.
Jesus.
John Lineker fought on that same shit. He knocked out. I'm not gonna try and say this guy's name. Uzkalek.
Shout out John Lineker. Isn't he the ONE FC champion now?
ONE FC champion now,
He-
which is a full circle for him.
Dude.
He was getting his ass kicked in UFC before that.
I just think
After USADA.
I mean, the only thing I can USADA maybe, but I can point to that ONE FC hydration test where it's
Ooh,
like they basically make you fight like their welterweight is 180, but you have to weigh in with like hydration percentages, and I think that's just gonna make for better fighters, less concussions. You know what I'm saying? When those dudes go in that are super duper dehydrated and they're like TJ Dillashaw with or without the EPOH or whatever he was on, like you compromise yourself. That water really has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It makes me very curious on where the UFC would be if they took on ONE's tradition of same-day weigh-ins.
I think they're scared to shoot themselves in the foot because they know they do have a lot
That
of
is
talent that would just be ineligible for certain weight classes,
Yeah.
including possible champions.
If they ever did that, they'd have to make more weight
Like,
classes.
look at
They would
Aljamain
have to.
Sterling. You know what I'm saying? That dude walks around at like 190
He's
pounds.
so
He fights at
huge.
145, 135.
Dude, he cuts weight.
Like-
that man cuts weight.
Like Patty the Fatty weighs over 200, fights at 155.
Insane. I don't know how they do it, man.
Their careers are going to be cut short from that.
They're fucking their brains up, bro.
But go get your money. I'm not. The
Yeah,
one sacrificing my
like
money.
who
Go
are
get
we?
you
We
or-
can't do that shit. Look at us.
Like, who am I to judge? I'm just a fan.
Yeah, Winston just went to Turkey. He ain't fucking. You know what I'm saying? He just went to fucking Thanksgiving's favorite bird, dude. He ain't fucking dealing with that shit at all. But back to Donald Cerrone, Jim Miller. There's a different Jim Miller in that ring, or not even ring, in that cage when they fight this weekend. That's a different Jim Miller.
I think he's.
And it's a different Donald Cerrone.
Yeah, Donald Cerrone's got retirement on his mind. He said Sunset is 2 fights away. He just had 2 fights with Joe Lozon canceled back-to-back in 6 weeks. One's his illness, one's Joe Lozon's knee injury. So it's very unfortunate.
I wanted to see that fight. I had money on that fight.
If anything we learned
They
from
were parlayed
Dana,
up.
if you're not like Khabib and Ferguson, they're not rescheduling that fight again.
Fuck no. Dana already said he's not. Dana already said bye.
And then
Dana
Lozon,
said,
Lozon's got to be thinking the same thing as like homie Donald Cerrone. He's got to be looking at the horizon, like what's left in the tank for him.
Lozon went on Ariel Helwani's MMA Hour and stated that he has one more fight. This fight was going to be like the last, like fucking hurrah. It was he said either last fight or second to last fight. I can't honestly remember.
It hurts watching legends retire because it's like shout out like professional wrestling. It's like when you watched the greats back in the day, like when Stone Cold retired or when like The Rock said this is my last whatever, like my last hurrah. It's like it hurts because it's like you kind of helped. Like I was kind of growing up and you were a constant. You know what I mean?
You were there.
And now that you're not there, I applaud you in your next career move because honestly you put a lot of your life on the line for this career. So kudos to you. But like, oh, it hurts. It hurts with every sport.
It does.
It hurts with every sport. Those are your idols, but they deserve their next career, their next leg of their.
Especially when it comes to
their
fighting,
journey.
because fighting is just such a hard sport. That's why it's one of my favorites, again, because it's
pure.
It's pure. It's the
Primal.
hardest. It's just you. No, you can't rely on anybody else.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy, man.
There's
I love me some fighting, and I love me some Jim Miller, Donald Cerrone, and I'm really looking forward to that shit. Other than that, we got the Avs about to win the Stanley Cup.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Let's
Yep.
go.
They defeated my St. Louis Blues.
They
But
did.
That's
Let's
why I
go.
want them to win.
Swept them under the rug. I'm sorry
Did
to
they?
do it. Yeah, they swept them 4-0.
I don't remember.
We beat them.
Oh, yeah.
We beat y'all in overtime one game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
Put your Swiffer away, buddy.
Yeah, I should have. Who did we sweep then? I don't even want to look. I
Western
don't even
Conference
care.
Finals, I believe.
Yeah, it might have been the Oilers.
All I care about is we're 3-1 versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They're winning it tonight. Like,
Lightning.
I saw articles on Facebook about what to do if you get hit with tear gas. They don't do that if they don't think these people are about to go nuts because we're gonna win.
Oh my God, we're about to win, bitch.
Dude, yeah.
Let's go. Dude, I tried to buy a Colorado Avalanche hat and I could not find one anywhere.
Well, have you seen
Anywhere.
any of their merch cost? Like a jersey with no number on it, just a team jersey, that's like $300.
Yeah, normally, not even
Fucking
in this.
crazy.
No, not even in championship climate.
championship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this climate.
This is not.
So that's crazy.
I'm hyped though, because I remember
They're
when we
gonna-
won it
they're
in
gonna
like
win it.
04. We won it in like 04.
I think it was 2001, I think.
Oh, 2001?
Yeah.
Even holy crap,
It's been
dude.
a while.
Been a while. We
I
need
called
it.
them the
We need it.
Rockies still on accident.
Oh my god.
That's the OG hockey
When?
team.
Wait, what?
The OG hockey team for Denver. They were
Oh
called
really? They're the Rockies.
Yeah, before
Way
there
back
was
in
the
the day.
Rockies
More you
baseball
know.
team.
I did not know that.
I've accidentally called them that so many times.
Really? I'm here for it.
I guess I'm heady.
I'm here for it. They're gonna win that shit. I think we all know that. 3-1.
If they win, I'm gonna win like $210.
You
So-
parlayed them
Winston
up. What's your
needs
parlay or
that
what? Like
change.
what?
No, it was like
A
some
future?
promotion. Yeah, it was. I did it at the beginning of the playoffs. It was
Nice
some promotion.
future
if,
pick.
If you bet like so much, then you'll get. It was some
That's
crazy
what's
thing.
up. Do
But
you have
yeah.
any other bets right now?
Um,
Or we'll wait. Let's
Okay,
let's
okay.
get into more of these news. Other than the Donald Cerrone, Jim Miller fighting news, we have Jake Paul and Tommy Fury finally going to fight on August, I think 8th or in August 5th, some bullshit. But we had Tommy Fury being a little bitch at first. He literally was not about to take this $2 million purse to fight Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer. And he was going to bitch out because he couldn't have his dad in his corner. His dad or Tyson Fury in his corner.
really?
Yeah.
That's why he was bitching out.
I thought it was injury.
I didn't know any of that.
Not this second time. No.
Oh, the second
the
time?
first time he pulled out and
Was
they
injury.
canceled, and then Tyrone Woodley stepped in. It was an injury.
Oh.
This time, his dad. So the Fury, I forget what Tyson Fury's dad's name, Tommy Fury's dad's name is, but Mr. Fury is not allowed to come in the United States. He's not allowed in the United States. I don't know why. Forgot why. I
Are they
think he did
from
something illegal.
England or what?
I think he's from England.
Okay.
Or the UK, or I don't fucking know, dude. I really don't know.
Not in
But
the United States.
yeah,
That's
just
all
not
I
in the
know.
United States, and he can't come here, so he can't be in fucking Tommy's corner. Obviously,
Yeah.
something happened with Tyson. Tyson can't be here either, so
Shame.
Tommy was all fucking scared. But then he stepped out. Jake Paul made a video calling him a little bitch. The reason why he stepped out,
Yeah.
and telling him you're losing all this money, calling him out. Because Amanda Serrano's on the card too, so like
Yeah.
that's
Shout out
one
Amanda
thing. Like
Serrano.
we can't forget. Like even though Jake Paul's losing a fight, everybody else on that card is losing a fight. Because if that's not going on, the fight's not happening. Like regardless, we're not gonna have a fucking another step. We're not gonna have another step in.
Yeah.
Like
Tyron
we don't
would be
need that.
free.
Yeah, we don't need that. So that would have been bad. So he actually got him to come. So now Tommy Fury's fighting without a corner. And Jake Paul even said in his video, "I'll fight you without my corner."
Oh, shit.
Solo dolo. They're gonna fight solo dolo.
Who do you guys think is gonna win?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
You think Jake Paul's gonna win?
If
Yeah.
you look at Tommy Fury's record,
Who he's fought?
he was fighting guys that were like
Dude.
0-21.
His-
0-26. I
But-
think was the worst guy he fought was an 0-26.
His-
Why are you boxing at 0-26?
Yeah.
The people he fought's combined record is like 4 and like 103.
Damn.
Like, it's bad. He
I mean-
fought a bunch of chumps.
What's Jake Paul's combined
Undefeated.
Undefeated,
Well,
but I
yeah,
mean,
but
yeah,
of
they're all
his
0-0 pretty
I mean,
much.
yeah,
they're all 0
they're all
zeros.
first-time boxers.
Again.
But
So like,
Okay.
yeah, you have a point. Like, who has he
True.
fought?
Yeah.
But for being Tommy Fury, the boxer that you're fighting
Yeah.
a boxer that's 8-0 to a bunch of cans.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
fucking
it's his
embarrassing.
brother's the boxer. He's just getting into it because his brother's famous and he can make money doing it.
Who?
He's
Oh,
in shape,
Tyson.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
I mean, he's
He's even half brother. I think he's a half brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's going to be a good fight, or you think it's going to be bad?
it's hard to say.
I'm calling
Yeah.
another Jake Paul knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably going to look
Or it's
like,
going to be a shitty fight again.
Yeah.
It's going to be, or it might be a reverse of the last Tyrone fight. Boring
mean-
as fuck until someone gets knocked out.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think they're both so young in their fighting
So
careers
new.
that like it's hard to be real formulaic with like what they're trying. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't throw mad combos. They kind of throw like 2-punch combos. So
Yeah.
who's to say? But dude, Fury,
Yeah.
don't back out of the fight again, bro. You should definitely take this this payday. It's easy money, whether you win or lose. Like you're not gonna get a boxing contract this good otherwise. Like Jake Paul, if you want to box someone who weighs like 150, let me know. I'll do it for
Fuck.
100,000.
Regardless, I'm probably going to watch the fight. You watching the fight?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to buy it, I don't think. I don't know. You watching the
I'll
fight?
watch it. I'm not going to buy it. Fuck.
I wonder
no.
how expensive they're going to try and charge.
Probably like
what promotion is
$50.
it?
I don't know
Showtime
who it's
again?
through. I think it's through Showtime again because he
it's not-
signed.
it's not
He signed to
Triller.
him.
Yeah, it's through Showtime.
He signed to him.
Showtime.
Okay.
Oh, it's on
in
Showtime.
Madison Square Garden, bro.
MSG.
Oh.
That's fire.
The real MSG, I think, too.
Yeah.
Like, not even like the fucking Park Guard or whatever the fuck, the shitty MSG.
No, yeah.
And they're the main event of that?
It's Amanda Serrano's under them.
They should make Amanda Serrano the main event
I
after
think
her last
I think
battle.
I mean,
they are
after
the
that
main-
last fight.
I think they're the main event.
And Amanda Serrano.
Oh, a dual main event.
Oh, okay. So
What the fuck?
they
Okay.
have to do
Cop
that to
out.
save face.
Yeah, cop out.
We're saving face. Yeah, they definitely have to do that because it's not a real.
They're like triple main event.
It's a real boxing fight. I mean, look at me. I'm not getting in there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, come on. Like, we know what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, in the sports news section, man, I wrote down that we have a swimmer rescued by her coach during her artistic swimming finals. Did you guys see that shit?
I read
Yeah.
about it.
Here, I'm
It's
gonna
so
pull up
scary.
the article real quick, dude. It is insane.
So she passed out while she was swimming, or
Yeah,
She went
wow.
under.
She went under. She was
She went
under to the
unconscious
bottom of
under
the
the
pool.
water.
And there's pictures. Watch, I'll pull up the pictures so you can actually see them, Winston. It's crazy, bro. Like,
I seen someone like dragging her out of the water.
it was her. That was
God
her
bless that
coach.
coach.
Yeah.
Seriously, like that's. She said she kind of noticed it happening. She noticed it happening, and
It has to have been like a cocktail of like nerves, probably like dehydrated, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. So check out. So this is the gallery, bro. So I don't know if Winston can see that. I'm trying to go. Oh, you can't go
It's all
full
good.
screen, but you can see she's on.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she's
yeah.
at the bottom of that
Of a
goddamn
deep
pool,
pool.
dude. Look at that, dude. It's intense. Very intense. So yeah, her name is Anita Alvarez, and she was in the FINA World Aquatic Championships, and it was in Hungary, and she's American.
Oh, wow.
She just wrapped up her solo performance in the women's free event and suddenly fainted. Yep.
Damn.
Poor thing.
At least she
Fortunately,
didn't
her
die.
coach, Andrea Fuentes, immediately knew something was wrong and jumped in to save her. Oh, shit, they have a video. That's crazy. We'll, deal with that later. And then her coach is interviewed about it. That's crazy, though.
It's crazy.
Fuck. Imagine that, like, being the person that you're working with all the time. Like, fucking just going under like that. It's the worst fucking thing. Water.
Absolutely.
Like, passing out in water.
And she was she competing at the time?
It was
So-
her.
yeah.
She just wrapped up her performance. She just got done with her
okay,
performance. I think just,
Because I was going to say, if she's in the middle of her competition, then, like, if she jumps into the water, her coach, that disqualifies her. You know what I mean? Like, and so she has to think about that. It's like throwing in the towel type
that
scenario.
makes sense. I didn't
You
even
know what I mean?
think about. I didn't even consider that.
That's like fuck, maybe they're okay, maybe they're not, but they're, she
Yeah.
trusted that she
I
wasn't
think she
okay.
knew right away.
Yeah. No, good thing.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Saved
got
her
down
life.
there, saved her life. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the sports news. I just thought we'd touch on that just because I thought it was a crazy story. Like, it's just
Yeah.
one of those intense ass stories that we had. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, let's go over some of the fights that are going to be happening this weekend. If we had other sporting events that we're really into, we would be talking about them as well. But we do not, unless Winston's watching some Hungary basketball or something.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. So we got a UFC Vegas coming up. We also have a UFC pay-per-view coming up the next week after on July 2nd. But we also have Bellator tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Bellator tonight. Let me pull up these cards real quick and get talking on that. I know for the Bellator one, it's not too stacked of a card.
I'm pretty sure they're kicking off their featherweight Grand Prix competition. They
They
have
are.
that one dude with
They
the
are.
white hair. His last name, I believe,
Oh,
is
and I'm tripping. Musasi's
Hugo?
fighting tonight.
Yeah, Musasi.
Musasi's fighting tonight. That's crazy.
He has a very unique reputation in the MMA community.
Now he's fighting someone named Eblin.
I'm not
What
familiar.
the fuck's his first name? Hey, he's number one contender though. So I mean,
I
what do rankings mean
Well,
at the end of the day?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of a arbitrary assessment, but who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
it's MMA. Like, you could have 1,001 betting favorites. Like, you could have the Juliana Peñas going up against Amanda Nunes, and
Yep. I mean, this
anything
guy's
can happen.
His name's Johnny Eblin. He's 11-0, 6'3", 185. I mean, he's identical to Gegard, 6'2", 185.
What's his fight record?
49-7 though.
That's Gegard.
Albin is 11-0.
There's probably not anything he's done in 11 fights that Gegard hasn't beat.
Exactly. I mean,
Gegard fought in Japan.
his last fight was we thought Austin Vanderford was gonna do something to Musasi.
Mr. Van Zant.
Mr. Van Zandt, he didn't get shit off. He got
No.
fucking knocked out in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't see any way of winning through Eblin. I don't really Like, who has he win? Who has he beat? Let's see. He has 5 TKOs and KOs out of the 11.
Okay.
1 sub, 5 decisions. Excuse me. His last win was against John Salter.
That's a beast.
Decision.
Yeah.
He TKO'd Colin Huckbody.
Not familiar.
He won against Travis Davis via decision, KO'd Daniel Madrid, and then the rest are decisions.
Well,
so, I mean,
this could be his night.
could be his night, dude.
This could
I
be
mean,
his red panty night.
He, I think, is a huge underdog. Huge underdog. I'm going to pull that up, too, because we're going to start getting into the betting odds as we're talking about these, honestly. Where's my DraftKings? Just going off the names, Winston, do you have a Gegard Mousasi or a Johnny Eblen?
Oh, well, it sounds like Mousasi is more...
Even though I already read off all his record and shit. Yeah, I literally read off his record.
Opinion.
Terrible. Yeah, terrible question.
It sounds like he's more experienced. So I don't know how old he is. How old is he?
He's up there.
Gegard is...
Like 35, 36?
Here, let me
I want to
go.
say a little bit older than that.
Really?
Maybe.
Because the other guy's 11-0. He's probably like 28.
Wow, they just put his birth date. He was born in 1985. What the fuck? Why didn't they just
That's
say
like
how old?
37?
Yeah.
Yeah.
37?
Yeah.
So I don't know. How old's the other guy?
Inferably younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, ultimately that...
I think he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
He's
That could help,
11-0.
that could
He's
hurt.
brand new.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll probably go with Mousasi or whatever.
Mousasi. Let's see
Yeah.
what he is on the odds here. Why is it? Oh, Stanley playoff starts in an hour, huh? Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Look at
reach is
that.
a factor.
They're about the same height. I don't know reach though. Let's see what Gegard's on. Today at 7:30, we got Johnny Eblen as a plus 195. Gegard is a minus 230.
Damn, that's pretty
Not
close.
bad. Yeah, it's not bad. We got
It's like 2-1.
we
Yeah.
got like a 2-1 on Gegard. I mean, I would put the money on Gegard. I parlayed him up. Actually, I don't know why I closed my betting app. Let me pull up my bets right here. I do have Gegard. I do have another ruined podcast because of my phone. So I have Gegard put up with Danny Sabatello, put up with the Abs winning tonight, put up with Umar Nurmagomedov versus Nate Manez to not go the distance, paired up with Chris Curtis and Rodolfo Vieira to not go the distance. So
Nice.
that parlay goes up to plus 335. I only threw down 525 to win $25.
Nice.
So let's hope that hits. Let's go Gegard. Let's go
Yes,
Gegard.
sir.
I mean, that's really the only fight that I really care about in this Bellator card right now. Respect to everybody else on the card. Let me see who else is on it, though. Because I really, like, who? We got a Leonardo Higo versus Danny Sabatello. Let's go, Danny. He's like a plus 500 right now.
Gee.
Yeah. Then we got Magomedov versus...
Shout out Khabib's cousin.
Mm-hmm, right. versus Enrique Barzola. And then we got Brennan Ward versus Casillas Kane. And that's like the only 3 it's showing right now.
Brandon Ward sounds familiar.
Oh, I have to go to the prelim section. That's why. We don't really care about the prelims. But other than that, we have the UFC Vegas card coming up. I do have some parlays on that. One of them being Brian Barberena and Dricus Duplessis. Parlayed up with a future fight, Sean O'Malley and Ian Gary. So both of them are actually on July. Oh, or actually, Duplessis is on July 2nd too. Barberena is the only one that fights this weekend, I believe. But the card itself is a pretty good card. Let me open that up. Open in real quick. I have... Let me see who else I have, too. I also have one Sergey Morozov parlayed up with a Shavkat Rakhmonov and an Armin Sarukin. What the fuck? It keeps taking me to Bellator. All right. I was like, why is it doing this right now? So I know Gamrot versus Sarukin is the main event. And then we have Neil Magny versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. You met Neil Magny.
Yeah, shout out Neil Magny. I got a pick with him at LFA 133.
Shout out to the homie Jacoby Jones, too, getting the dub that night as well. Also on that card, we got Josh Parisian and Alan Badeau, Thiago Moises versus Martin Day, Nathan Maynes versus Umar Nurmagomedov, which I think is actually Khabib's cousin. Like, I think that's legit his cousin, like real cousin.
Nice.
I really don't know.
It's hard to keep up
I'm probably
with.
just projecting.
They're all just dangerous.
And then I heard this Chris Curtis and Rodolfo Vieira fight is going to be crazy as well. After that, UFC 276 coming up, man. We got Izzy versus Cannonier, Volkanovski versus Holloway, Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira, Lauren Murphy versus Misha Tate, Sean O'Malley, Pedro Munoz. Come on, dude. That's really what I'm looking forward to.
That's really going to be a banger.
And I know you met Neil Magny, but I put money on Shavkat. I don't know if you heard that. I parlayed him up.
It's cool. It's cool.
You know, I only put $5 on him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not...
It ain't
crazy.
Personal.
Yeah, not personal. It's not personal at all.
But when Neil wins, I'm going to post our picture.
Neil might win, too, dude. I can definitely see a path of victory for Neil.
He's a dog, bro.
Shavkat is a fucking murderer, though. Have you seen his last fight? Did you see his last fight?
I didn't, but
oh my God,
based on the pronunciation of his last name, he sounds scary.
He's a fucking murderer, dude. Let's go over his shit real quick. He knocked out Carlston Harris last time, subbed Michael Prazeres. Before that, those are the only 2 fights in the UFC.
Nice.
And I think he's undefeated, 15-0.
Gee.
Yeah.
He got momentum.
And when he's facing a Neil Magny, 26-9. Neil Magny can get it done, dude. I can see him getting it done. But one thing I wanted to bring up is, why are we having an Arman Sarukin versus a Gamrot main event? Do you know either of those guys?
Gamrot, I've heard
the name
before.
Gamrot, but is it a person that you put in the main event? I know he's like, what the fuck?
No idea.
to a Winston, Arman Sarukin and a Matizes Gamrot is not a main event.
Sounds like a move in Street Fighter or something.
Right?
Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah. There's not a name. I think they should have put Neil Magny up top.
Who else is on
Put
that card?
Rakhmonov. I mean, check it out. I mean, I don't think you're really going to know too many people on it. I know it's going to be a good card. All of these UFC cards that have played out have been amazing, so I'm actually looking really forward to this one. Other than the bets that I've already named on Umar and all of them, I also have a money line bet on Brian Boom Kelleher. He's on the prelims. So
nice.
Brian Kelleher's fighting as well. I got him. Other than that, man, I got Umar by submission, parlayed up with JP Buys and Cody Durden not going the distance. So we got a lot of bets going. It's nice because I actually just started betting recently, and I put in $50, and I got myself up to $250.
Hey.
And took that $200 out, and now I have all these bets placed, and I have $20 left in there. So I haven't lost money on sports betting yet, you know? So join me on this shit. Again, I'm not an expert on any of this betting shit. I just pick the people I like, and after I do a little bit of my research, that's why I pick the people I do.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know? Shout out to everybody I bet on. Hope you all get the win, and shout out to everybody that's actually watching the cards this weekend. Other than that, man, we got a smooth sailing week. We went over the bets. We went over the fights. We went over all of the current sports news. You guys have anything else that you guys want to get off about our new sports podcast we got here, Sport Champs?
Hopefully the Avs are Stanley Cup champions.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Tonight. By the time this comes out, Bellator will already be done. Hopefully, this will be out before the UFC card. So we'll see you guys next week. I really want to do this weekly, you know, if it works for you, I know we're recording this on the same day as our Street Champs show, so be sure to tune into all of the podcasts on Street Champs channel, okay? You know, hit subscribe. It means a lot to us. Hit like, leave a comment. Tell us what your favorite sport is, you know? Do whatever. We got Deryk finishing up the logo right now. He's putting all the touches to it, so just, you know, he gave me a shrug. He is not anywhere near done. It's not working out like we thought it was going to. And just catch us next week, man. Do you want to tell them who you are and where to find you?
Sure. So I mentioned before, my Instagram is just davidmeetsworld_. That's pretty much most of my social medias, like Snapchat, PlayStation, like if y'all play video games. Catch me on Facebook. I don't really have too much other than that. I also want to say thank you guys for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity. You're the man.
Thank you.
Y'all are all... What's up?
We're the men.
There you.
Y'all are just the people.
And before we sign off to Winston, who do you have winning the Super Bowl next year, and who do you have winning the finals next year? No explanations, just team name.
Broncos, Nuggets.
Boom, Broncos, Nuggets. Let's go. Who you got?
Bills, Warriors.
Good picks. Yeah. I'm going to ask you why the Bills later, but I only said one word and not to explain it, so we're going to leave it at that. I got the Broncos. Let's go Russell Wilson. And it's kind of a hard pick, honestly. Let's go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Bucks.
Totally possible.
So, my name is Rick G. You guys know where to find me. We got Winston behind the cam. You guys don't get his Instagram. You guys aren't cool enough. But hit the links below. My name is Rick G. Thank you guys for joining us for our first Sport Champs podcast. We appreciate you big time, and expect these to get longer. Expect these to get shorter. Like, we kind of don't have like a time. Like I said, we're going to be doing athlete interviews. We're going to be doing all this fun shit. I don't know. I'm having fun. We're just doing it. Have a good night, guys, and thank you guys for watching this. Peace.